we are currently threatened by a global warming of 1.5 degrees, and it's threatening us by 2030. That is 8 years from now, so you will be there, you will probably be there, you will be there, you will be there, I will be there. Yeah. In the year 2100, there's approximately 152,000 Europeans dying from extreme weather conditions every year. Heat waves, floods, forest fires. Right now, in this minute that I'm speaking to you, there's more than 100 million people fleeing on this planet. And this number has doubled within the last 10 years. And yet we sit here at this nice conference and we have an amazing time. I'm so glad to be here. We get inspired by smart people with smart words, with great ideas, who challenge the ongoing system. Maybe we share a drink later, maybe we'll follow each other on Instagram, we connect on LinkedIn. What a great day. I'm happy. Are you happy? Yeah? What an ambivalent state we're in, right? Another example, I want to take you back in time a week. So last week I was on the subway going to work, as I do nearly every day these times. So I sit on the subway, Berlin, take out my phone, and I look for the next tiny fraction of the internet to distract me, to entertain me, to inform me, because, like, let's be honest, it's actually distraction, because who of you recalls what they've seen on the internet today, right? So I sit there, I'm on Twitter, and I'm thinking about, I'm off for some time in August. Where should I go on my next holiday? I should go to Italy. I've worked so hard. I should treat myself. I should go somewhere nice. And then this tweet appears. Great. Italy right now. It's coming, and we are not ready. And it just hit me in the face. This ambiguity of you just doing stuff like human stuff, looking for holidays, sitting in the subway, having your flight app opened, ready to book, and then the information just hits you right in the face. And this is the kind of discomfort I want to talk about today. So who of you has felt this type of discomfort lately? I see, that's quite a lot. It is shocking and somewhat normal, right, to feel this kind of feelings today. I feel like I'm in a constant state of discomfort these days. I'm 25, so I'm in the age span of the Gen Z. Guess most of you are as well. And in Germany, there's approximately 9 million people in this age span. And I feel like we're a generation that grew up with a lot of aspects of life. Let it be a somehow healthy ecosystem. Peace, democracy as the winning political system, they now seem to crumble right in front of our eyes. We are young adults in a world that cannot promise us anything anymore except uncertainty. And this ambiguity of one side seeing the crisis unfolding in several parts of the world, some of them really close to us, and on the other side, like sitting somewhere and, yeah, it's kind of touching my life, but at this point, not really. I'm still doing all the normal stuff. And this shared feeling of discomfort seems to be a shared experience. I found a survey that was published this April that says that 86% of the German youth from 14 to 24-year-olds say, I am worried about our future. 58% say that following generations will be worse or way worse than we are today. And these answers were given to scientists before Russia attacked Ukraine. So I wonder, what does this feeling of discomfort that we're in do to us? How is it influencing our behavior on an individual level, but also on a societal level, on us as a group? And I'm going to share my observations on it. And spoiler, I do not have any answers. I am not a scientist. It's basically me observing and probably just adding to the questions. So let's examine what kind of fuzzy, dizzy feeling is discomfort. I looked into some of the theory, and it says that often it feels like more of a smaller, more underlying signal that is actually telling your body something is off, or something is about to be very off. So let me take you back to the subway situation. So I sit there, I'm on my phone, and I'm physically in the subway, but really, mind-wise, what I'm doing is I'm going from a cat video to a Zelensky speech to a wildfire to a protest my friends are attending. And all of this is happening while I'm in the subway to work, and it takes me about 20 minutes. So for me, it is really the discomfort I feel about how rapidly our world seems to change within the 20 minutes it takes me to go to work every morning. So I wonder, this like doom scrolling we give ourselves into, or at least I give myself into, also job-wise, I wonder, what is it really serving us? Like this being informed 24/7 about everything that is going on. And I mean, hey, it is important to know what's going on. I'm a journalist. I depend on you wanting to know what's going on. But I wonder about the pace that we chose to stay updated these days. This pace, to me, feels incredibly numbing. And chances are very high that when I get out of my 20-minute bender in the subway, like, oh my God, the world is going to shit and I can't do anything about it, that when I go out to get my daily coffee, and I maybe forgot my reusable cup, I'll probably get a plastic one. Because I'll say, fuck it, we're fucked anyway. I'll just get the plastic one. And you know what? And after that, I'll maybe go to Zara and buy a dress. Retail therapy, have you been there? I've been there. And it makes me feel good for like maybe 2 minutes. And then I'm like, oh, but I bought the Zara dress again. Oh, climate change, fast fashion, shit. And there it is again, like this ambiguity, this discomfort that it makes me feel, and I feel guilt, and trippy situation. And I know I'm not trying to tell you that we will solve climate change by me taking my reusable cup from time to time. I'm not trying to tell you that. But I guess it is really influencing our everyday decisions on what we do, with what we do it, how we move around town, what vehicle do we use, where do we buy, whom do we vote, do I engage politically? And I think in some, it can create a difference what we choose on an individual level. So adding to this individual level of discomfort, there's also a discomfort I feel in my surrounding, in my peer group, and in the society we're all in. We all know social media can be kind of a trap from time to time these days, but like me, being on there, I will still compare myself to others. And I'm like there with my shitty plastic cup, and I'll be like, oh, this person is doing so much better than I do professionally, unmorally, and oh, I bet he never forgets his reusable cup, shit. Just one swipe away, we see the best of the best, we see the worst of the worst, and even if we know how the mechanics of these platforms work, it still makes me uncomfortable, and I know it does others make uncomfortable. I mean, these platforms that we as a generation use to be so connected and to be so informed all the time, they actually use our feeling of being uncomfortable. And I feel for social media, and it is the space where we have a lot of our debates and our information flow going, these days, all the in-betweens, all the what-ifs, the struggles, the gray tones of things get lost along the way. What's oversimplified in a very good or in a bad way, but always in a quite black or white narrative, will win online. It works better online, and that hasn't changed. Algorithms still don't fuck with complexity of political problems, of personal opinions, or of debates. And it makes me feel deeply uncomfortable to experience a lot of our world through a lens that is not allowing the complexity of things to show up. Because I think complexity is quite a human trait, right? So I'm asking myself, where is this discomfort, this gap between how we feel things should be, how we know we should act, knowing what we know, versus how things actually are and how we act as humans is taking us, and how an online climate in which we only ever see the best of the best, or far more often these days the worst of the worst, is interfering with it, and how that interferes with our communication. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the world is not as bad as it seems. It's rather the tools that we use to be informed and to stay connected all the time, I feel like they're flawed. We use them to reflect on our own lives, to share our own lives, our friends' lives, state of politics, state of our democracy. And the more accelerated a society talks about things, I feel the more things get lost on the way. There is no time anymore for gray tones, for nuances, for what-ifs, for doubt. And I feel like this is, in the end, where a lot of the shared discomfort we have as a generation, or maybe as a society right now, is coming from. We're not able to do everything right all the time. I'll buy the Zara dress. I'll sometimes get the plastic cup. But online, we're confronted with people who seem to do it right all of the time. And I feel like sometimes it's making me feel quite small. And I think it is leading us to underestimate the power of our everyday decisions. And I guess the amount of the challenges we face right now as a generation just seems incredibly overwhelming. So my answer to this is, I actually have no answer. I'm just adding to the questions, but I just want you to know that I think it is okay to feel highly ambivalent feelings these days. I think it is both, again, scary, but empowering that a lot of people feel this way right now. And I think it is both okay to be fucking worried and also to be fucking happy sometimes. But I think the discomfort can be a first step into a new direction, and just you acknowledging the discomfort you have in you can also be a first step somewhere. Thank you for coming to my TEDx talk.